I'm trying to wait a few minutes till everybody get into class. Do you all see me? Just raise your hand, please.
Yes, I see you.
All right.
Can you guys see me? Good morning. No, I don't think they can see. Oh, there you go. Hi.
What I'm trying to do today is, first of all, I want you all have your video on because I'm recording this meeting and I want to check your name against your pictures. And then starting next week, then we have a meeting, but you don't have to attend the meeting if you don't want to. Or would you? It's just for question and answers. Sean Allen, just raise your hand, okay. Maggie Anaya, okay. Patricia Andrade. Patricia.
I'm
Okay.
Patricia.
Yeah. This is the first and last time I call your name, so if I don't say your name correctly. One thing is, I'll wait till everybody get here. Make sure your name on the WebAssign match names on the roster. It happened that if you use a different name, when we get to the middle or end of the semester, I can't find person's name, it is on the roster, and then that person failed the class. So make sure, again, whatever your nickname, whatever it is, forget about that. You can put in the parentheses if you want, but make sure your name on WebAssign match your name on official roster. Okay. Antonio Belafer.
Antonia Billafer.
Yeah, where are you? Raise your hand, please. So let me add more people. Hold on. So who is Antonio? Raise your hand, please. Okay. And Reina Volsky. Reina Volsky. Eddie Bidinger. Okay, Eddie. Admit more people in the class. Satchel Breer, B-R-E-I, okay. Taylor, C-O-E, Taylor. Carlos Coronel Abarca, Carlos. We're admitting more people to the class. Lola Cruz. Itzel, Elizabeth, Itzel. Okay. Ryan Flaherty. Arceli Garcia. Corey, Ollie, Corey, not here. Amaya Lafran, Amaya. Brooke Mackenhausen. Sebastian Maldonado. Not here?
Here.
Okay, you please turn your video on so I can record your picture, Sebastian.
What?
Turn on your video, please. So I need to see your picture because we are recording this. Logan Mirrorless. Logan. Okay. Sebastian, I'm still waiting for you. When you turn it on, then I'll put the attendance for you. Julio Himeyer. Julio. Kevin Ramirez. Kevin. Let me admit more people.
Here.
Okay. Chelo Rance. Rounds. Yes. Wait, Ryan.
I am here. I apologize though. My camera's broken and it doesn't work. I'm gonna get a new one.
I'll take your word. Okay. So next time, please, next Friday, just remind me on that. Kathleen Salinas. Not here. Sears St. John.
Here.
Okay. Thomas Tessman. Thomas. Okay. Kate Upchurch. Upchurch. Okay, Katie. Quinn Vickery.
Here.
Okay. Ashley Watkins. Okay. All right, let me go over the people who I call once. Reyna Bilski. Taylor Kui. Taylor. Abarka Coronel. Corey Julio. Amaya Lafren. Not here. Oh, okay. Broker Mackenhausen. Okay. Sebastian Maldonado.
Here.
You
Here?
need, yeah, I don't see your picture. You need to have your video on, please.
Mine is not able to.
Are you the one who told me that you can do it?
Yeah.
What's happened to your camera? Okay,
I know the Zoom is different for each person. Mine doesn't seem to allow me to show my video.
okay, that's fine, that's fine. I'll take it, that's fine.
Oh, wait. Oh, you said Sebastian Maldonado.
What was that?
Sebastian Maldonado, you say?
Amaya Lafren. What's your last name? Yeah, Sebastian, right?
Yeah, I thought you called my name already.
Yeah, I did, I'm sorry, you're right.
Okay.
And then Ohimeyer Julio. Not here. Kathleen Salinas.
Is it Kathleen or Patricia?
I have Rylene Kathleen Salinas. Is that you?
No, it's Patricia Salinas.
Yeah, I have, oh. Wait a minute, what's your official name?
Patricia Salinas.
I don't have, I have here Riley Salinas. Is did you get an ad code? Did you just recently add the class?
Yes, I used your code.
Oh, you're the one who just got a code, right? Yes. Did you just add the class? Did I give you an ad code? Because the people who I get an ad code yesterday, their name not appear on my roster yet. Are you one of those?
Oh, probably.
What you mean probably? Did I give you an ad code yesterday or not?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so let me just add your name here. So you are Patricia. Did you have a chance, Patricia, to go on Canvas and look at the syllabus?
Okay.
Okay, that's where all the informations are in the Canvas, okay? All right, anybody who got an ad code yesterday, I need to have their names and it's here, and I didn't call. Anybody? If you raise your hand, if you get an ad code yesterday, I don't have your name on the roster, so please raise your hand so I can add you to the class. Anybody? Let me see, more people are coming.
So I got your syllabus.
Okay, I'll go over it, but let's just make sure that. Okay, did I call everybody? Anybody who I didn't call?
Me.
Carlos. Bruno. Okay, yeah, I have yours. Anybody else? Anybody who entered the site just now? Because I'm taking attendance. So I called everybody who's in the room right now, correct? Anybody? All right. All right, I don't know if you had a chance to go on Canvas and look at the syllabus, but let's see if we could do that together. All right, so do you all see the screen? Do you see the syllabus, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I have a copy of this on Canvas, and our class is from 9 to 10:50 every Friday. Attendance is not mandatory. So what I do is I normally try to put the lecture notes and a video of my lecture on Canvas. So what I would like you to do is you go over the video and also look at the lecture notes and do your homework. And if you have any questions, then you may want to be on site on Friday, and then you ask me your questions. Now, just in case you don't want to be in the group and ask your questions, then I have an office hours that, but you have to send me an email earlier, and then you could have one-on-one Zoom meeting, then you could ask me a question. One thing I want you to know is when you have a Zoom meeting, and whether it's one-on-one or in the class, if you have any questions, I would answer without I ask you a question. For instance, let's say you ask me something, I'm not going to turn around and say, well, how come you don't know this? Do you study this, do this? No, it's not like that. I'll just answer your questions. So I want you to feel comfortable and not worry that if you ask me a questions, then I'm going to do some research and, well, how come you don't know this, you don't know that? I don't care about that. I'll just try to answer your questions, okay? So I want you to feel comfortable when you go on Zoom, and especially when it's one-on-one, and ask me any question you want. All the homeworks are on WebAssign. I don't know if you have a chance or not. I sent a email yesterday, announcement, and I asked you if you have a chance, go ahead and see if you could register on the WebAssign. This is a WebAssign. Anybody had a chance to do that? Okay, good. Did you have any difficulty or?
Mm.
All right. So when you try to register on the WebAssign, they ask you about the WebAssign class key. And this is a class key that you need to use, okay? And I also put a video from YouTube that how you could register. Now you understand that if you are waiting for financial aid, or if you are not sure whether you want to keep this class or not, the WebAssign, the temporary access is free for 2 weeks. So there is no excuse for you not to start the homework, because again, you could always access the temporary for 2 weeks and do your homework. What we need to do in a week, within the week, I need to check to make sure you all are registered and start at least one sections. We have to report to school people as no-show. So since this is fully online, I gotta report people who have not started their homework yet. Even if you start your homework and do one section is enough. So that shows that you are in the class, okay? So make sure you understand that. I will send a couple of announcements and let you know when you get close to the date that I have to drop some students. So try to register again into WebAssign and start your homework. Just do 1 or 2 sections, then I know that you are actually in the class. Now, you know, there is on the syllabus, there are some items that you could read it about as far as the credit. Good thing is about this class is, you know, you could transfer the credit for 4 years university. And let's go over these. Some of these are just general information you need to know. You admit people. See, that's one of the reasons I said at least in this meeting, you want to be on time. So now I don't have to repeat myself again for students who just entered the room. All right, so let's see here. The textbook, you don't need to purchase a textbook, okay? And if you buy the access code, the copy of the ebook is online. But if you really want to find a physical textbook, then you have to purchase the bundle. Bundle means you have the access code and physical copy of the textbook. But as I said, for this class, requirement is only the access code. Why? Because when you purchase the access code, you have access to WebAssign and you do all your homework and test on WebAssign. But this is the required text. Graphing calculator is really required for this class. So you may want to either rent one or borrow one or purchase one. And as we go through the sections, I show you how to apply calculator to do some of the problems. It's very handy. And some of the problems, you know, if you want to input the information, it might take a long time, but using the calculator helps you to save times and come up with the correct answer right away. As I said, as we go through the chapters, I show you how to use the calculator. One of the things is makeup exam. There is no way we could give you a makeup exam unless there is a very good excuse, and you let me know in advance, okay? So they have a math learning center. I think it's online. You probably get some information from college and how to access tutor. If you apply to disability office, you need to send me a letter before we take the first test. So I can just give you 1.5 times the actual time. I go through this because you are able to read it, and then if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me. Some of this came from the department, how to study math, and I'm not going to tell you how to study this here. Adult can understand how to do that. All right, you will have 3 tests and 1 final. Each test, each midterm is 170 points. Final is 240. Final exam is over 3 tests plus a few sections. So final exam, as a matter of fact, is easier than all the tests. Why? Because what I do is I go over each test. You already have a copy of the test after you take it. So I go through each test and randomly select some problems, and then I put a few problems between test number 3 and the final. That would be your comprehensive exam or the final exam. So 70–80% of questions are from the previous test. The students normally do very good on that because they already have the questions. Homework is 25% of your grade. And understand, for the homework and the test, computer always shovel the questions, means you have the same type of questions but with the different numbers. Total possible point in this class is 1,000. So it doesn't matter whether you get a C or A or B in one of the tests. We just take all the points and add together. I don't have to record the grade on Canvas because on Canvas, because WebAssign will tell you how many points you have accumulated. Right after you take your first test, let's say you get 120 out of 170, you see that on the WebAssign. And when you take the second test, WebAssign would take the number from the second test and add that to test number 1. So all the tests and homework, all the points are accumulated. So when we get to the end of the semester, then you understand how many points out of 250 points of homework you earn. So the final point would show on WebAssign. Let's say on the WebAssign, it shows that, okay, your total points so far out of 1,000 is 870. What is 870? Is right here. So the score is a B. Now, if the students are close to the borderline, I always give them the better grade. It's not like if you get like 890 and you just need 10 points, I'll keep you a B. No, I won't do that. I'm very flexible about this. So if you get close to these numbers to the end line, I'll always give you a better grade. But you need to remember, for any credit math classes, you need to have at least 700 points, okay? Unless you're a high school student. I understand that high school students, they just need a D. But for college students, especially if you want to transfer, you need to have at least 700 points to earn a C. These are important dates for add and drop, so you need to remember those. Now, we need, we try to stick to this schedule. Chapter 1, I may not have a lecture on chapter 1 because chapter 1 is, you could just read it and there's just some language about stat and how to do the problem stuff like that. But the statistics basically start from chapter 2, which all the calculation, everything start from chapter 2. But we do have chapter 1 on the homework. You may not see any problem from chapter 1 on the test, or if you do, it might be just 1 or 2 small problems. But again, from chapter 2, we actually start doing the problems and do the calculation, stuff like that. Now, it should be highlighted red here. The color should be red here, but for some reason it didn't show here. Your first exam is September 25th. I didn't want to have a deadline for first chapter or the second chapter right here because some of you still might have a difficulty to do your homework within the first 2 weeks. So what it is, all the homeworks due is around this date. So you need to finish chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4 before exam number 1. It's just 1 or 2 days before exam number 1. You need to finish all your homework. Under no condition we can give you extension. So if you tell me a week or 4 or 5 days before exam 1 that something happened, I cannot, do my homework, give me extension, I'm telling you right now, I cannot do that. Okay? And I gotta be fair to every single student in the class. So please keep that in mind. Do not wait till the last minute to do your homework. It's not going to be any extensions. All the homework and tests are on WebAssign and is online. And if I ask a student, I'll see that at the end. Let me go over this and then I'll explain about the last statement. So right after you finish your exam 1, Then chapter 5, 6, and 7, and 9 would be on the second set of the homework. And on exam 2, I cover chapter 5, 6, 7, and 9. Okay? These chapters are covered on exam 2, and all the homework for these chapters due date is the day that you have the second exam, and so on. So here, exam 3 in December 4 would cover chapter 10, 11, 12, and 13. And see, notice here, right after exam 3, we just have a week for 1 or 2 sections. So final exam, it covers 3 tests. We don't really cover, we don't really lecture any new section, maybe just 2 sections right here. So you already, when you reach to December 18, you already have taken 3 tests. So what I normally suggest a student to print a copy of the test with the solution and study. And then on the final exam, I go through each test evenly and pick some questions. So you will see the same question with the different numbers. Okay, so, and that's why I want you to score really good on the final exam, because it's 24% of your grade. See, I put everything in the highlighted here, no makeup, no exceptions. There will be no makeup for the final or any other test. For other tests, you are gonna let me know in advance. For final, what you do is when you finish the final, normally a day after I pass all the grades. So now, one thing about the exam, I know some professors, it is always in professor discretion. You know, for your other classes might be different. Maybe some instructor like to do it through the Canvas. When you have through the Canvas, they just say, okay, Friday 9 to 11 is your test. So you must all attend in those periods of time and take the test. I don't want to do that. When you have an exam, I give you a few days, okay? I try to have 1 or 2 days fall in the weekend, just in case you are working and you cannot really take it during the weekdays, although the class is on Friday, but it's still, I give you 3-4 days of window. But when you decide to take the test, then you have like 1 hour or whatever time is designed for that test. You cannot just take the test and in the middle of it leave, like what you do for the homework, okay? So you have a window to take the test of a few days, and then you decide, okay, this is the right time for me to take it. You want to take it on Saturday, evening, morning, Sunday, Friday, then you start the test and you get to finish it in 1 attempt. Now, what is important is the last part here. Your instructor will ask each individual student turn the camera on while they are taking the exam in order to proctor the test. Proctoring means sort of keeping an eye on the students so they have no room for cheating or exam. If you don't have a webcam, please let me know in advance so we could figure something out. I may ask some of you to turn your camera on, or I have a way of video while you're taking the test. So you need to have that. Or it may not happen to some of you till the end of the semester. But so please, especially when you take the test, make sure you are the one who takes the test, okay? I want to be fair to every single student. So I'm saying it happened in the past that somebody is hiring somebody else. So don't do stuff like that, because there is a way for us to catch, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. So if that time, if I ask one individual and I say, okay, I need to turn the camera on, or I need to video you, if you say I don't have it, then I'm not going to accept that. Okay, so. And so when you register into the WebAssign, when you sign in into WebAssign, you see all the homeworks for the first set is here. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 1, 2, 2. And the due date is October 2nd. So basically it's more than a month to finish all these sections, okay? And when I prepare a lecture notes or the video, I try to cover most of these problems on my video and the lecture notes. So if you understand my lecture notes and watch the video, you should easily go through all these problems and score really high on it, okay? Okay, now I see if you have any questions here. Okay, if you have a question, please raise your hand and feel comfortable to ask any questions. That's your chance now. Yes, sir.
So do we purchase the WebAssign on the bookstore website, and then once we get into WebAssign, that gives us access to the textbook as well?
Correct. You could either buy it from bookstores, or I think you could buy it online from.
And then it'll give us like an access code or something to, okay.
Yes.
And then on the WebAssign website is also the textbook that we'll have access to.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the ebook. The only difference is ebook, you're able to read it, but you cannot print it. That's all.
Ebook is just on the WebAssign website.
Yes.
Okay. And then,
I'll show it to you when I was there. Yes.
Okay. And do we just put like the course name and the number on the library website so we can purchase the WebAssign?
That I think, did you watch the video? I think when you start to register into WebAssign, the very first thing they ask you is the class key.
Oh, okay, the class key.
Yeah, and then a minute you enter the class key, it shows my name and your class, and then instruction is there. Yeah, that class key is important. You all know where the class key is, right? Is on the syllabus. Where is the syllabus? On Canvas. Any question? Do you understand that? Did you all make a note of the syllabus? I mean, make a note of the class key? Or anybody? Okay. Yes, what else? I'm telling you, to make you feel a little bit better, last semester we had 70% A and B in my class. So try to fall within those people, okay? Would that make you feel better? Because some people are very tense when they take a statistic. This is not going to be a tough class for you, okay? But you gotta do some work, okay? You cannot just get an easy grade. That's why I consider 25% for the homework. That play a major role on your final grade. And you have a final on top of that, which is 240. So just in case you don't perform in one of the tests, still is okay. You have other tests and homework in the final. Any other questions? Okay, did anybody, I took an attendance in the beginning and there were a few people's name was missing. Reina Bilski. Is that person in the room now? No. Taylor COE. Okay. Corey Holy, HULIE. Okay. These people who are not here, I'll probably, if I don't hear it again, I will drop them from the class. Julio Ohimayer. OHIMAIER. Is here? No. Kathleen Salinas. And I guess that's it. I call everybody else's name, right? Anybody I didn't call? So what I try to do is probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I put my lecture notes and the video, but you could go ahead and start your homework, especially chapter 1. Shouldn't be that hard to do it yourself. So again, I repeat, please don't wait till the last day or a few days before the first test to do your homework. Just because your homework due is on October doesn't mean that you have to wait till then, okay? So try to do some of the problems every day or a few days a week. And I always tell my students, since all the classes in all the colleges and universities online, I'm telling you, go ahead and get advantage of that and take as many classes as you can. You may not see a chance like that anymore in the future, okay? So if you could afford it, and you know, I think a lot of university now is giving a lot of money for students for the tuition reimbursement and stuff like that. So please get advantage of that, because when you actually go to the classroom, you cannot take so many classes because you have to drive back and forth, and you know, it's time consuming. But now since everything is online, especially some of the classes such as myself, attendance is not mandatory. You know, it's to your benefit that take many classes that you want. That's what I always suggest my kids right now. Okay? So if you don't have any questions, our next meeting would be next Friday. So I would send maybe a Thursday next week. I would send a Zoom key, but you don't have to attend. If you don't have any questions, you don't have to be in the next meeting, okay? And you could always send me an email if you have any questions. You know, then I would answer your question through the email. If there is a problem that you are not able to solve it, you could, you know, take a picture of it and send it to me through the Canvas. Then I'll go over the problems and solve it for you and send it back to you, stuff like that, okay? If you don't have any question, please one-on-one, leave the room. But those who got an ad code, I want you to stay here in the room so I can make sure that I put the attendance for your name. I issued a few ad code yesterday, and that's it. I'm not going to issue anymore. And those are students, their name appear on the next roster. But if you are here, let me know, except Patricia, because I already got the Patricia, right? So stay in the room so I can write your name here. But other than that, I took attendance. I have the picture and your name, and hopefully this is the first and last attendance for this semester, okay? Wish you all good luck, and I really expect you to come up with a good A this semester. So one by one, you may leave, okay? And try to do your homework. Try to start one section at least.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're well welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, Professor?
Yes.
You got my name right in the attendance?
What's your last name?
Tissiman, Tissiman.
Okay, hold on. Is it T like a Tom or P like a Paul?
T as in Tom.
Oh, Tis Thomas. Yes, David,
Yeah,
right?
got it.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
And Patricia, I got yours too. Salinas?
Okay. Yes.
You're fine. And you
Fine.
know,
Okay.
and then you know how to register. You know how to get to Canvas. You saw the syllabus.
You know, I couldn't understand you that you didn't get my name correctly, because I enrolled from the beginning for this class. So I don't understand why you don't have my name on the list, which is Patricia Salinas.
This is your official name, right?
Patricia, yes.
Okay. Salinas, right? What I see. Okay, I'll double check, because I had the Salinas here, but this one, it's the middle name is Caitlyn.
My middle name is Elizabeth.
And Riley, R-Y-L-E. That's not you, is it?
No, that's why I couldn't understand why you didn't have me on the list.
Right, because this person I had on the roster, but I don't have yours, so I will check on it. And then you check yourself. If you see you're in the class, I wouldn't worry about it, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have your name here. I will double check. Yeah, you're fine.
All right. Just making sure. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Mhm.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
I had
sir.
a question. So we're not going to be meeting every Friday. It's only going to be, so it's only this class that we're meeting on?
Yeah, every Friday we are going to go. You don't have to attend. Just if somebody has a question.
But you're
So-
still going to be here every Friday just in case?
I try to be there unless if I don't see that many people. Let's say if I have a meeting at 9 o'clock and wait till 9:30, nobody shows up, then I'll probably turn off the computer.
Okay.
Okay?
And so all of the lessons and everything is going to be on WebAssign to do the homework?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, all the homeworks, but the lecture notes and the video, I'll put it on Canvas. And then when you see it on, when I put it on Canvas, you probably get an email through the Canvas. Oh, this chapter 2 is on Canvas. You see what I mean? But
Okay.
all the homework and the test are on WebAssign.
Okay. And then the information to do the homework and the test is on Canvas.
Everything, yeah. I showed earlier that October 2nd, all the chapter 2, 3, 4 are due on October 2nd, almost a month from now.
And then chapter 6 is due on the
And then
20th.
the rest,
Chapter 1.
yeah,
Chapter
right after we finished test number 1, then the second set of homework appear, and the new section would be on the test number 2.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And then we buy the book on WebAssign, correct? The ebook?
It is already there. If you want a physical book, but if you buy the access code, the ebook is already there. You don't have to pay.
All right.
All right.
I think.
Okay, Sebastian, do you have questions? Sebastian. Hello? Do you have a question? You're the only one left. I can't. You are mute. Could you unmute? Did you fix your camera or not? You don't have any.
I have camera. You hear me?
I hear you, but if you have a camera, could you turn it on? Because I don't have your picture yet.
Hello?
Can you hear me? No?
Hello?
Could you turn on your camera? Okay, you don't turn on your camera, right? But anyway, it's okay. Do you have any questions? I can't hear you. I think something wrong with your computer. I can't hear you. But anyway, if you don't have any questions, you could just end the meeting, okay? Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah. Do you have any more questions? Just say yes or no. So
Oh,
I can.
I think right now you.
I can. Yeah. If you don't have any question, just say no so I can end the meeting. Okay, I send the email. Send an email if you have any question because I need to end this meeting. I think something is not right with your computer, or if you are using your iPhone, there is a problem. So I cannot hear you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end the meeting, and if you have any question, just send me an email. Okay.